Hi, friends. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you could be here today for the Sweet Sleep class. I don't know that I know anyone that has not at one time in their life dealt with issues of sleep, right? We all do this, and I'm including myself. So I love this class. It is so relevant and important. It's so important. So I'm going to try not to put you to sleep during my class. I'm sure you will be lively and awake because you had a great night's sleep last night, right? Right. And if not, then take notes. Take notes. Okay. So guess what? We spend 1/3 of our life sleeping. No, that's a little disconcerting. So we know that sleep is essential for our health, right? It's clearly something that our bodies really need. And so I don't know why all of us have this struggle, but so many of us do with something that is so important. Either we don't sleep enough, we wake up through the night, we have trouble falling asleep, we have trouble functioning because we're tired. Well, guess what? Those days are going to be in your past after you listen to this class because there's some magic here, guys. There's just some really important stuff that I want to share with you. We're going to talk about true rest for your body. We're going to talk about true rest for your mind. And we're talking about physical and emotional rest that will help you lead your best life. So the statistics on sleep are actually pretty dismal because so many people, the majority of people, do not sleep well. They use medication to get to sleep. They get up multiple times in the night. They wake up tired. They go to bed too late, whatever it is, right? So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. So let's see how this works. All righty, ready? Okay. And I am going to get rid of this beautiful black bar at the top. And there you go. And there's a black bar there, but it's going to go away in 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. All right. So welcome to the Sweet Sleep. Say that 10 times fast. Sweet Sleep class. So glad that you guys are here. Okay. So let's just talk first about the problem with some of our nighttime habits. So there's so many things that can affect our sleep, right? Stress, family responsibilities, work hours, sickness, even our evening habits. And while some of those are out of our control, a lot of what affects our sleep can be shifted towards better habits. All right. So let's first talk about the elephant in the room, blue light devices. I know, I know. I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand. I'm so guilty. So we all know that blue light can have detrimental effects on sleep, right? It can delay our sleep onset. It can reduce natural melatonin levels. It can reduce REM sleep, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, how important that is, and even can have long-term effects after we turn off our devices. But the disruption is due to more than just that blue light, right? We have to remember that these devices, our phones, our tablets, our computers, are designed to trigger arousal in the brain, right? They're created to activate the brain. So when we use them before bed, it's like hitting a mute button on our sleep signals. Our phones, our iPads, our computers are a beacon for our brains to activate, right? They're created to be addictive. So our brains do just that. They listen to us. They say, oh, okay, you want to stay awake? You've got this bright thing in my face. I guess I will stay awake. And then it becomes more and more difficult for us to get to sleep, right? So ideally, we're not using any of our devices during the last 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. I know, but really, guys, take that to heart and listen. 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. You guys, this is so, so crucial. We absolutely have to protect our boundaries around technology when it comes to sleep. We are taking in information when we're looking at this. We're activating our emotions, anger, sadness, all of that. It's like there's a click button that's been activated to shock and make you angry. And that creates cortisol and adrenaline. Adrenaline to just keep moving, right? So do your best, do your best. We all just do our best, but that is really, really important. Okay, moving on to alcohol. You know, it's really tempting to have a glass of wine or other form of alcohol at the end of the day to help you wind down from what all has gone on, right? In fact, millions of people turn to alcohol at night as their go-to sleep aid, with about 20% of Americans relying on it to help them fall asleep. But here's the problem. Drinking, especially the closer you get to bedtime, it will actually do you more harm than good. So alcohol can help you drift off initially, but that down regulation wears off, causing multiple nighttime awakenings and reducing REM sleep. REM is that very deep recovery sleep that we also desperately need. So again, just remember the 2 to 3 hours before bedtime rule, right? If you're going to have a drink, 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. When you shift just those two habits alone, the blue light and the alcohol, you are going to see such a huge impact on your sleep. And when you add in some other things that we're going to talk about, that sweet sleep you've been dreaming of is going to be yours, baby. It'll be all yours. All right, so let's talk about the science of essential oils. Now, all of you who know me know I'm not a sciencey person, but I'm going to try to go through very generic science stuff so you really understand what essential oils are. Okay, so essential oils are the aromatic compound that live inside shrubs, flowers, roots, leaves, stems, and other plants, other parts of plants, right? So the power of an essential oil lies in its individual constituents, those individual compounds and the pieces of the plant's innate system and the synergy between all those compounds. So some examples of aromatic constituents of essential oils include, you ready? Here's some really big words. Are you ready? Terpenes, monoterpenes, and phenols. Those are just chemistry words. And those just describe the physical structure of each one. So what's important here is that essential oils have a predominantly, this is so cool, you guys, have a predominantly ring-like structure that is lipid soluble. Okay, what does that mean? All right, lipid soluble means that so each cell, first, let me tell you why that's important. So each cell in the body is surrounded by this lipid membrane, which is good. It's good. It's trying to protect us. And it's important because we don't want to allow just anything into those cells, right? But it makes it hard for vitamins, minerals, herbs to reach those problem areas. And a whole bunch of money is being spent towards creating solutions of how to get in there, how to break through that barrier, right? Well, guess what? Oils are the perfect design because they are small, they are ringed, and lipid soluble, okay? This lipid soluble means that they can penetrate those membranes. They can go through that boundary. As a matter of fact, what happens, Honest Engine, is when a cell meets an essential oil, when the essential oil knocks on the cell door, the lipid, that little surrounding boundary that it has, it looks at the oil and it goes, "Oh, hello, friend, come on in," because they're friends. They come in easily, other things cannot get in. So that's really, really important. Oh, and this is just a little interesting thing. So some studies have shown that rosemary may enhance alertness and combat candida. Orange and lemon have demonstrated tumor suppressant qualities, and thyme can wash away bacteria from produce. So all of these you can find on PubMed. That's a great resource for you to go to. It's very neutral, and you can find lots of facts about these essential oils and how they actually penetrate those cells and work quickly and effectively in our system. So let's talk about sleep. All right. So how do they help us sleep? So the short answer is because the power of aromatherapy and the limbic system. how they combine and how they work together. So the connection between oils and sleep has a lot to do with the science of oils and the anatomy of our brain and the way scents affect our brains. So this connection starts in that limbic system. It's often referred to as the emotional brain. This portion of the brain contains the hippocampus, the amygdala, all these other things, right, that we don't need to talk about. But what you need to know is that part of the brain, it handles our emotional response, anger, fear, libido, hormone function, behavior, motivation, long and short term memory, sleep patterns, you get it. All the sense of smell, right? So when you breathe in an essential oil, molecules enter the limbic system and they elicit a physical and an emotional response. The exact details on why or how the smells impact emotions are they're kind of hard to define, but we do know that smell absolutely does elicit these responses. So we can use this information, right, to our advantage. Because each essential oil is derived from a different plant part, every oil has a completely unique chemical profile. So the chemical profile of an essential oil is what determines its benefits. For example, some constituents can give an oil a soothing or a calming aroma, like lavender, cedarwood, peace and calming, while other constituents can make an oil cleansing, cooling, or invigorating. Think about tea tree, peppermint, lemon, things like that. So when it comes to supporting healthy sleep, using essential oils with more calming aromas can be useful for creating a relaxing atmosphere. When we use the scent brain connection to help slow our brain waves and move towards our physical bodies, it can help us to sleep better. In the past, in our heritage, a long time ago, our grandparents, our great grandparents, they just did all of this naturally. Do you remember, like, did your grandmother ever, there's folklore, about people putting lavender in their pillowcases. Hmm, very interesting. I wonder why they did that. They just knew they did it innately. So this has been going on for years and years and years. So why does sleep even matter? A lot of you might be asking that. So good night's sleep makes you feel amazing. Let's just say that. But did you know that sleep has even more effects than just having energy? Nothing in our body works, with just one system or one thing. So, like, sleep is not just energy. Sleep is not just brain function. It's our body works together as a whole. And the more that we can understand that, the more our bodies can rise to its highest potential, because everything is working together for our highest good, but also at the level that we were created for, right? So sleep can help to strengthen the immune system, sharpen your ability to focus, provide mental clarity and strong decision making, reduce stress levels, help maintain healthy weight. Yeah, it can. Sleep is important, and increase your positive outlook and mood, right? So when we sleep, our brains and bodies go through this important and necessary process, right? Learning and memory, recuperation of our body systems. Without sleep, our bodies can't effectively make more white blood cells. They can't create neurons. They can't repair muscle. They can't produce antioxidants or generate nerve pathways, making sleep so important. It's so important for our survival, just like air and water. Like, sleep is that important. And just imagine how important it is for kids as they are growing into their bodies, right? We're creating, kids are in the process of creating all of these things in their bodies. So we want them to have all they need to get where they need to go. So poor sleep, especially chronic poor sleep, it triggers a bunch of negative consequences. It can create insulin resistance, heart disease, difficulty concentrating, anxiety, so many things, right? But as important as sleep is for our physical bodies, it's even more important for our brains. Having enough quality sleep is essential for our brains to function correctly and for us to feel emotionally stable. Think about a toddler who needs a nap, right? You all have this vision. We've all been there. They're whining, they're cranky, and every little mishap sends them into some downward spiral. They trip and the tears start flowing. Then their banana breaks in half and they start crying harder. A sibling looks at them the wrong way and they just seem to lose it completely, right? Their brains just truly cannot function properly at this point. They don't have access to that prefrontal cortex where logical thinking occurs because why? They are tired. They are tired. And this exact same thing happens to us as adults, especially in the presence of chronic poor sleep. But guess what? We as adults don't have someone to comfort us and tuck us in, usually. So we're here thinking we've got to win some kind of trophy for being the person who stays up the longest and the latest and gets the most done. But what's happening is our body is disintegrating. We've got to realize that as adults, right? We are not some superheroes. Sorry to break it to you. So we know that our sense of smell is directly related to our emotions, our sleep cycle, our mood, because of this limbic system. So this means that we can intentionally use aromatherapy to process past emotional traumas. We can rewire the signals in our brains and set the stage for deep sleep and physical emotional rest. Okay, so we have the power to change our emotions. We have the power to change our habits. We have the power to create an environment of health for ourselves on a daily basis. All right, so it's really cool to use essential oils and the power of scent to help you sleep, but also to establish a positive association. I love this, and I have done this before. But for example, here's the way you could do it. Grab your cedarwood. We all know that cedarwood is great for sleep. Grab your cedarwood oil, add 10 or so drops to a diffuser, set it next to your bed, and make it a part of your wind down routine. So you can also diffuse while you're in the shower, wash your face, meditate, all the while breathing in that calming scent of cedarwood. With this routine, you've created the optimal sleeping environment, which helps you get a good night's rest, right? So then the next night, you use cedarwood during your wind down routine again. So let's say you do this for a few nights in a row, right? Eventually, you breathe in the aroma of cedarwood, and you'll have this positive association between its scent and sleep. It's amazing how the brain works. And once this positive association is established, you can use cedarwood as part of your regular routine to signal your brain that it's time for rest. So this is really, really important. Okay, essential oils are everywhere. We know that, and they're finally getting the hype they deserve. So we're really, really happy about that they're more available. But that doesn't mean that all oils are created equal, right? In fact, if you've tried oils before that didn't get you the results that you wanted, it just could be that you were using a poor quality oil. So did you know that the essential oil industry is not regulated? So companies will label bottles with claims of being pure, even if they contain synthetics, additives, and fragrance. Oh, yes. Or that the chemicals used to extract an oil become bound to the oil themselves, and it doesn't have to be listed on the ingredient list, right? Okay, wait. This is really important. I just learned this. This is really important. So when you are distilling the oil, if you use a chemical, it can cling to and stick to that essential oil. So when it goes into the bottle, the chemical is in there, but they don't have to put it on the bottle because they didn't add chemicals to the bottle. It's crazy, right? You've got to know your company, friends. You've got to know the company. So that's why I love Young Living. So Young Living is a company dedicated to purity and purpose. And guys, today in a world of bottom line and investor-driven quotas, this family-owned, farm-driven group of people simply want to create the very best sustainable oils and products for people that they care about, which is you and it's me. Products that will bring you thriving physical, mental, and emotional health, right? They're just so, so, so good. So why are they so good? Young Living embraces this rigorous quality control standard that helps to ensure that all products meet strict specifications. Seed to Seal is the Young Living commitment that helps ensure with every pure essential oil and Young Living product that your family uses, you are enjoying the benefits of global resources, industry leadership, and over 2 decades of innovation. And guess what you get for all that? This beautiful, pristine final product that you know has been created with conscientious sourcing, science, and standards. Those are our 3 pillars in the Seed to Seal promise. And you can read about that more by going to www.seedtoseal.com. You can learn all about that. So let's just talk about sleep routines. This is something that I recently have instilled in my own life, and it makes such a difference, you guys. Such a difference. So just like you can create nourishing routines in other areas of our lives, right? This can be so important to create a nighttime routine. This doesn't have to be elaborate. It can, and it starts a long time before you actually go to bed. Okay, so before we dive into how to create a routine, let's revisit our devices. Remember those devices, phones, tablets, computers? How many of us reach for one of those immediately upon waking up? Yeah, me too. So if there were one habit for us to shift, ditching electronics in the bedroom would be the one. The last thing before you do when you go to sleep and the first thing you do in the morning is so important. It starts your day. It starts your day. And it also determines how you're going to sleep. So, you know how you sleep more lightly when you have to be up for an interview or catch a flight or something important is going to happen? That same thing happens when we immediately look at our phones or computers in the morning. Our bodies experience this rush of anticipatory anxiety. And it's almost always unconscious, like we're not aware of it, but it can actually worsen our sleep at night. And ideally, there's an hour or more before the time you wake up until you are checking your devices. So, to break this habit, start with waiting for 5 minutes at least to look at your phone. The next morning, wait 10. The next morning, wait 15 until you reach your goal. So when the time comes to wind down before bed, we want to make sure that we set the environment to sleep. So here's some ideas, right? Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Ideally, I know this is crazy, but the ideal temperature for sleep is 65 degrees. I know. It's a little chilly, a little chilly. Get under those covers. Hibernate a little bit. It's really good for you. Diffuse calming and sleep supportive essential oils. Utilize a fan or a box fan for a quiet drone. Or if you've got one of our lovely diffusers, I love Feather the Owl diffuser. She comes with a little some beautiful sounds to get you to sleep, and we have some other ones do that too. Aromadones. So if you struggle with sleep or staying asleep, remove clock faces from your bedroom. It's very disturbing to wake up in the middle of the night and look at the clock. Then that can create anxiety too. If you have no idea what time it is and you're just trusting that alarm clock to go off when it needs to, yeah, don't, yeah. I think like those old fashioned alarm clocks, remember? That you can't see. You can't see, it's not digital, it doesn't light up. Try those. Let's go back to basics. Keep all electronics out of the bedroom. If you have a phone in your room, make a rule where you have to be standing to use it. This will help you to keep you from procrastinating sleep with your devices. It also will get you out of bed in the morning when your alarm goes off, right? So create an individualized sleep routine, whatever works for you, but just create that routine. Falling asleep takes time and it happens gradually. So wind down time is really important. This could take 15 to 30 minutes, depending on your preferences. So add your oils to the diffuser and turn it on. Get that started before you get into bed. Apply essential oils to the back of your neck and your chest. and put the calming oils all over you. And we're going to talk about which ones those are. Perform light stretches. Do not exercise heavily right before bed. That gets your adrenaline flowing, your cortisol flowing. Save that for morning. But light stretches and relaxation, meditation is all great. Keep the lights low. Take a bath or shower before you go to bed. That has been helpful. I love to do that. Avoid your computers and your technology, and add in some sleep supporting supplements if necessary. And we're going to talk about some great ones that Young Living offers. Don't go to bed hungry or starving, right? You might want to ideally, again, that 2 to 3 hour rule is so important. Try to finish all things that are going to take any energy from your body, your brain, anything, 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Avoid nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol. We already said that. All right. So we want to give our digestive system a rest. Did you know that the health of your gut directly affects your mood, your immune system, and guess what? Your sleep wake cycle. So our bodies are intricately connected. We know that everything's connected, but they're intricately connected with circulation and nerves, and all the organs. And that creates that gut-brain axis. You've probably heard of that. That means that the health of our gut affects our brains. It's actually, sometimes our gut is called the second brain, right? So the bacteria in our bellies helps to create important chemical messengers in the brain. That's the serotonin and the dopamine that affect our sleep-wake cycle. When we have an imbalance of bacteria in our gut, serotonin levels decline and sleep issues then happen. That's when that happens, right? The reverse is also true. So sleep affects the microbiome, and the microbiome affects sleep. They have this cyclical relationship. And if one isn't functioning properly, the other is impacted as well. So there's so many great ways to support our gut health and therefore our sleep. So here's the top 3, right? Are you ready? These are incredibly easy to add to your routine, guys. Alkaline powder. Okay, this is a new one for me. I didn't realize these all can be taken before bedtime to increase your sleep. All right, so many modern foods are loaded with and often hidden with sugars and stimulants that stop the body's ability to foster a healthy pH balance in the gut. Alkaline, it's a powder. Alkaline works to combat this with high alkaline salts and other yeast-fighting elements such as citric acid and lemon and lime essential oils. Alkaline works as a natural alkalizing supplement. Maintain optimal pH health in the stomach, which also helps keep a good balance of bacteria that produces neurotransmitters like serotonin. This is great for people who might have a little indigestion before bed. For pregnant women, this is a must. If you have nighttime reflux, really great. Remember this, it's a powder. It's kind of like something that is sold on the market. It's plop, plop, fizz, fizz. It does fizz, but it's got this beautiful lemon and lime taste. You add it to your water. So good. Another one that is a must is our probiotic. So many health professionals consider taking a high quality probiotic to be one of the core pieces to healthy gut, which in turn, as we know, because everything's connected, is the key to a healthy brain, immune system, skin health, and sleep. So think about it. Everything we eat or drink is sent through our digestive system. So keeping a good balance of bacteria here is crucial. Our Life 9 probiotic is best taken before you go to bed. So think of this as part of your evening routine. And then managing stress, right? Stress literally affects every part of our life and our health. So finding ways to manage that stress and release emotional burdens is crucial and critical to our sleep and everything. So if you're thinking if it sounds good and well to manage stress, but that you have way too much of it, then guess what? You're in the right place because we've got you covered on that too. So here are some great ideas to help with that stress before bed. Meditation. Start with just 5 minutes of quiet in the morning and in the evening. Journaling. Journaling and visualization is wonderful. These can be great, great tools. We can also do a brain dump. That's wonderful. Get everything out of your brain before you go to bed. Because part of what keeps us up at night is thinking about those things. But if we get it all out, we say, okay, this is where we are. This is what we have to do. Tomorrow, we're attacking this. You've already got it out there. You don't need to spend any time thinking about it at night, right? And breathing exercises are wonderful. Inhaling for the count of 4, holding for 8, exhaling for the count of 4, and holding for 8. It's a cyclical, it's actually called a square, I think, the square breathing, but I love to do that. Okay, a nourished body sleeps better. Okay, we all know that quality nutrition and sleep play a fundamental role in our health. We've talked about that. But the complex and the important relationships between them are sometimes overlooked. Diet and nutrition can influence the quality of your sleep, and certain foods and drinks can make it harder for you to get the sleep that you need. Hello, alcohol again, right? And at the same time, and sugar too. Oh, okay. At the same time, getting enough sleep helps us maintain healthy weight, manage our stress, recover from exercise, and so much more. So when we're giving our bodies vitamins, minerals, and nutrient dense foods, so important. We have more capability to recover and replenish. So you're going to obviously sleep better. So guess what? You knew we are going to talk about this tonight. You knew I would. Today, it's daytime, right? Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red. All right, Ningxia Red is my favorite supplement. It's an antioxidant powerhouse that helps you to sleep better. It gives you energy during the day, but it also helps you sleep better at night. And it helps you have that glowing skin, keep a healthy immune system, have healthy energy levels, and so many other things. So this supplement drink is made from wolfberry puree, blueberry, plum, cherry, aronia, and pomegranate juices, grapeseed extract, yuzu, tangerine, lemon, and orange essential oils, and it has so many amazing benefits. It is the highest known protection against the dangerous superoxide free radicals. It's documented in this S-ORIC test thing conducted by Brunswick Laboratories. You can look it up. But 1 ounce of Ningxia Red has the antioxidant power of, are you ready for this? 1 ounce, 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 8 oranges, 1 pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of beets, 2 cups of beet juice, 3 cups raspberries, 2 cups of blueberries combined. That's amazing, right? So we love our Ningxia Red. And depending on when you're listening to this, we are starting an energy challenge that happens in next month. So that's all about Ningxia Red. And I highly recommend, I will send all of you a link to that. And you can dump on this Facebook group. It's just going to be great. It's so, so good. All right, snoring. Anybody here snore or have someone that they know that snores? Okay, whether you want to admit it or not, guess what? Everybody snores, just a little bit, because it's a natural occurrence due to the relaxed state of your throat, right, during sleep. But some people snoring can be like pretty difficult, and it can disrupt their sleep, right? Or your sleep if you sleep with someone who snores. So what do? Grab a bottle of Valor essential oils. Do you guys know about this trick? Okay, Valor. Oh God. So this essential oil is a favorite for so many and for good reason. Valor is a blend of frankincense, black spruce, blue tansy, camphor wood, geranium, and now with the OG Valor back, it has rosewood. And all of these put together helps to promote balance and grounding. So a little side note about blue tansy. This oil, when it's combined with grounding oils like frankincense and spruce, it is amazing for cueing our central nervous system to calm down and rest. Valor is hands down one of our favorite oils for releasing emotional blocks and processing emotions. You can use Valor for sleep support by applying some to your shoulders, the bottoms of your feet and the back of your neck. But here's the fun tip. If you can also apply it to the bottom of each of your big toes, specifically for snoring, to help stop snoring. So it's great. You can put it in your diffuser. It's so, so wonderful. It can help you unwind. Another thing for snoring, try sleeping on your side. Maintaining a healthy weight is very helpful. Using a diffuser beside the bed, it also acts as a humidifier, so that's great for your breathing. Some people try mouth taping. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's kind of interesting where you wear this patch over their mouth and it causes you to breathe just through your nose. So it changes the angle of your palate and the tongue so that you don't snore. I've never tried it. But you can also support that healthy gut with the Life 9, and Digize essential oil is great for that. And we're going to say this until we turn blue, avoid alcohol and caffeine. So how does sleep heal our body? We've already talked about how restorative sleep can be, right? So when we sleep, this is very interesting. It's a little sciencey, but when we sleep, we go through these cycles, right? We go through 3 stages of non-rapid eye movement. That's NREM, and 1 stage of rapid eye movement. That's the REM sleep. So each one plays a role in healing and recovery, with REM sleep being so incredibly important for recovery and overall health. So when we eat late at night, our body has to work so much harder because it's digesting. And that really interferes with your sleep. You want your body to be at rest. So that's another reason. Remember our 2 to 3 hour rule. 2 to 3 hours before you lay down to go to bed, don't eat. So then your body doesn't have to work hard. Let's just talk about these stages. So the first stage of the non-rapid eye movement, this is where we transition from wakefulness to light sleep. With our brain activity begins to slow down just a little bit. Our breathing and our heart rate slow down. Our muscles relax, and occasionally we have some twitches, and our eye movements decrease. And then this allows us to move to stage 2 of the non-rapid eye movement. During this stage, we tend to experience low frequency brain waves. They're briefly interrupted by bursts of high frequency brain waves. The eye movements stop. The body temperature drops, and we fall into a period of light sleep. And the third stage of non-rapid eye movement is also called slow wave sleep. And this is a time of deep sleep. It's characterized by even slower brain waves than in 1 and 2. And the stage of slow brain waves is crucial for you to feel revitalized in the morning. When our brains aren't firing back and forth at a high speed, they actually can recover. Then we go into REM. About 90 minutes after you fall asleep, REM sleep begins. REM sleep is marked by intense brain activity and is characterized by rapid eye movements, faster breathing, and heart rate and blood pressure similar to waking levels. Most dreaming occurs during this stage, but voluntary muscles, like our arms and our legs, they're actually very, very relaxed. REM sleep is believed to play a role in memory consolidation, learning, and mood regulation. This is so important. The first time you cycle through those 4 stages, REM sleep lasts about 10 minutes. Pretty short, right? However, it gets progressively longer as you repeat that sleep cycle through the night. So final REM sleep can last as long as 1 hour. This is why getting enough sleep is so, so important, because REM sleep is critical. It's critical for a healthy brain. And we want to give our bodies the opportunity to stay in REM sleep as long as possible. Oh, important, you guys. All right, let's just talk about Peace and Calming. One of my favorite oils. Peace and Calming is one of our most popular blends. It's a blend of tangerine, orange, ylang ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. And this is at the top of my sleep arsenal, and I'm sure it will be one of yours. Because of the blue tansy, remember how it combines with those other oils, the blend can signal. It sends signals to the brain of overtired and overworked systems that it's now a safe space to release stress and tension and to enter into rest. Peace and calming is also incredibly soothing to the emotions, which, as we've mentioned, that can affect our rest, right? This oil can help our brains lay down control, release pain and trauma, and move forward into peace and safety. It is a great blend to use when you're feeling out of your depth, a little bit out of control, or just unease. Blue tansy, again, blue tansy for our central nervous system. And when it's combined with these oils, can help give us such a feeling of soul level rest. It's also great for toddlers. I taught 3 and 4-year-olds dance for many, many, many years. And I can't tell you what peace and calming did for those toddlers. As you can imagine, the first day of the year, they would come in with their, and have to say bye-bye to mommy or daddy. Many, many would burst into tears. Many would have a lot of separation anxiety. And I never applied an oil on a child without the parent's permission, but I would just get it out and I would put it on my hands and I would say, "Can you smell this?" And I can't tell you how many times it's miraculous. I would actually see a child move from a tantrum of hysteria into calmness and be able to walk back, stand on their mark, and continue with the class. So this is wonderful for children. Oh, so good. My favorite oils. All right. So cedarwood is another really great one. And when you combine them, oh my gosh. So this feels like a walk in a beautiful forest. It's so calming to your senses. It's great for everything from focus to skincare to sleep. And it's one that is so great for this sweet sleep that we're wanting to do. It also helps to oxygenate the body, which actually all essential oils oxygenate our bodies. So that's why they're so important, because our body always needs oxygen. So remember when we talked about that essential oil science and those constituents thingies? Well, the individual components in cedarwood, cedarwood is one of the highest in constituents, called sesquiterpenes. So why does that matter? Well, sesquiterpenes specifically stimulate the limbic system of the brain. So that in turn can elevate our mood and calm our bodies. And it works with our brains and our bodies to actually calm and lower our brain waves. So you can go from really excited to focused to meditative sleep. So some of our favorite sleepy time oils. Oh my gosh, there's so many. There are so many. Everyone has their favorites, right? And hopefully some of these are already your favorites. If you haven't experienced them, I hope that you will. So Sleepy Eyes was a kid sense oil. It smells so good. Anything that's good for kids is also good for us. Do not be afraid to use your children's oils. But Sleepy Eyes is a blend of lavender, geranium, Roman chamomile, tangerine, bergamot, sacred frankincense, valerian, and rue. And it's already pre-diluted because it's incense oil, right? So any kid from 2 years and up can use this. Makes it so easy for you. Lavender. We all know about lavender. We've all used lavender. So we've all smelled lavender, right? It is the grandmother of essential oils. It's a must-have for every home. It's so versatile, right? It's great for your skin. It's great for relaxation, great for seasonal air quality issues. And it's just a go-to in the diffuser whenever you're feeling a little bit like you need to be calmed down, right? Seedlings Calm. Again, Seedlings is our baby line. Don't be afraid to use the children's oils and products. Seedlings Calm is an oil. It just makes you want to go into dreamland. It's got some floral notes. It's a blend, and it was formulated with the little tiniest of oilers in your family. It's got lavender, coriander, bergamot, ylang ylang, and geranium. And it's also specifically designed for parents to calm down when they are with their children. in that nighttime routine. Tranquil. Tranquil is so great. It's a combination of lavender, cedar wood, and Roman chamomile. It comes in a roller, so it's so easy to use. I have it right by my bedside. I just put a little bit on my neck, sometimes on my feet, sometimes on my wrist, and go right to sleep. Rutavala, another one. This one has a very distinctive scent because it has valerian in it. I don't know if any of you have smelled valerian, but it has a very specific scent. So what I do, but it's a great one for relaxation because it's got ruta, lavender, and valerian in it. I mean, they're all relaxing. I like to put it on the bottom of my feet because when I do that, I don't smell it as much, but it can do its job, right? Putting any oil on the bottom of your feet is super great because that's where all of the biggest pores are. So yeah, bottom of the feet is great. CBD Calm Roll On. Okay, if you want to amp it up, you can try our CBD Calm. It contains high quality CBD with 0.0% THC. Very important for some people to know that. And it's got frankincense, lavender, orange, vetiver, ylang ylang, and even more in it, along with that CBD. So it is so calming. Okay, frankincense. Well, frankincense is one of our go-to, our favorites. And as you know, it's been around forever. It's great for your immune system, great for maintaining that youthful appearance of your skin. It's a great skin oil, and for calming the mind and emotions. I like to use frankincense. I say that it calms the monkey in my mind. So whenever I have those racing thoughts, whenever I can't be still, I use this a lot during meditation. I will inhale, I'll just put a drop on my hand and make that scent tent, and I will inhale it, and almost immediately, like I can't even explain it, but there's such a healing property to frankincense. It's great to add to your diffuser. It's great to use at bedtime. Now, some supplements. Here's the fun part because I love my oils. I use my oils every night in the diffuser. Don't get me wrong. Some of these supplements, guys, are game changers, right? So where do we start? Mega Cow. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't know about this for so long, but you can ditch your magnesium powders and grab this Mega Cal. It's a supplement. Um, it's an excellent source of not only magnesium, but also calcium, manganese. I don't know if that's how you say it, zinc, and vitamin C. So all of those put together work so well. And you get the benefits of that soothing magnesium at bedtime, but also those other great benefits as well that are good for your heart, your bone, your skin, and your nerve health. Magnesium, what that does, it really just helps your body to relax and get into a restful state. But it also helps our bodies to do the hard work of recovery during sleep. So magnesium is essential for protein synthesis to muscle, for nerve function, healthy glucose and blood pressure levels, DNA synthesis, and I don't know how to say it, glutathione. I did it, which is the body's primary antioxidant, right? Glutathione reproduction. ImmuPro, so good. This is a chewable, a chewable thing. It's not a capsule. I mean, people when you say capsule, it's not a capsule. But our immune systems and our sleep are so connected. So keeping a healthy immune system is crucial for our health as well. ImmuPro is one of our favorite ways to support the immune system. It's a tablet. That's what it is. Thank you, Sherry. Okay. It's a chewable tablet, and it contains the Ningxia wolfberry. And we already know how important that is for our immune system. It's a powerful, potent antioxidant. It also has zinc in it and selenium, along with melatonin, which we know is a natural sleep hormone. And it's great for restorative rest when you aren't at your best. So this is a great one to take if you're fighting something, feeling a little bit off, but definitely take it at night because it has the melatonin in it. It's going to make you sleepy, but it'll help you get that great night's rest that you need, especially when you're feeling a little compromised. Sleep Essence. Sleep Essence capsules, love them. love them, take them every night, and I cannot travel without them. This is it's so important. Sleep Essence is a wonderful supplement for your body to help it relax and to get into that restful sleep rhythm. It contains so many sleep supporting oils. It has lavender, rue, valerian, and so many more, as well as melatonin, which we know already helps with sleep. And what I love about Sleep Essence, because I don't have a problem going to sleep, but it helps me stay. Like when I wake up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, it just helps me stay in that rhythm. And I never come out of it. So in the past, I would wake up, go to the bathroom, and my mind would start racing. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do this. Oh, I can't forget to do this tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope this person's okay. I didn't check in with them. Blah, 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 right? Again, it keeps you in that restful state so that you just stay and you go back to bed and you pick up where you left off. I love this supplement. I can't talk enough about it. Okay, Kids Sense Unwind. Again, a kid's product, guys. We can use these. These are great for kids. It's a powder. It tastes delicious. It's like a pixie stick. It's so, so, so good. And it's an essential oil version of, again, a popular magnesium supplement. It's formulated to help calm and make you relax, reduce restlessness, improve focus and mental clarity, and in the classroom. So even though it's developed for kids, us adults can use it too. It has these calming ingredients, and it also has sleep supporting oils. So it is great. CBD oil, like we've already mentioned, we've got a bunch of different flavors. Those are great to use. So I have put together a sleep wellness box, which I will put in, I will send to all of you, and I will also put in the chat of all of these things that we've talked about, and even more, because there's more, you guys, there's just more, and can't talk about all of them. So at this point, I am going to thank you for coming and come back in. I'm going to end the recording. I'm so, so, so glad that you guys joined me today. I hope you've learned something. Please reach out if I can help you. Sleep is so important, and I want you and your family to get the best sleep so you can thrive during the day. All right, guys, thanks again, and thanks for joining me.